Yo, what's going on guys? It's your boy Apophis here and welcome back to a brand new video on Apophis Tech and Reviews. And in this video, I might have found the most beautiful watch when it comes to dial layout under $1,000. Like, this watch is insanely beautiful, insanely special, and is also a special edition. Now please, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll! Let's give a heads up for the Seiko SRPE 33K1. Wristwatch check before we get into this video. I'm wearing my Seiko Presage Mockingbird cocktail timer. It is one of the most beautiful dials under $500. This watch is gorgeous. Like, let me just say this, if you are in the market for a new watch and you want something beautiful that has a distinguishable dial from the rest, that has something going on, and don't want to spend, you know, $500, $600, $700. This is the watch to go. Retail price on this watch on the metal bracelet, so I bought it on the metal bracelet and I switched it to a leather strap for the summer. This is the Seiko Presage Mockingbird in green. It's a dress watch, it's a beautiful watch, and it literally you can wear it with everything. It's a sports watch on the metal bracelet, and you can also wear it with the leather strap like I'm doing, to make it more dressy, to make it more formal. This watch is a beast. It has 50 meters of water resistance. It is 11.8 millimeters in thickness. And of course, it has the Seiko R35 movement inside of it with 41 hours of power reserve and a beat rate of 21,600 vibrations per hour, 23 jewel movement in-house by Seiko. Now, without further ado, let's take a closer look at this watch. So there she is, ladies and gentlemen, the Seiko Presage King Manta SRPE 33K1 with a beautiful deep sea ocean dial. And this watch actually reminds me of a Rolex Deep Sea Sea Dweller reference 12,66660 with the James Cameron blue deep blue dial. It really reminds me of that dial, going from a deep dark blue on the top to a black luster when you go to the outer bezel. It is a gorgeous timepiece, and if you have the chance to watch this watch in your Seiko boutique, please do take a look at it, because you know, on camera I cannot show you how beautiful this dial is. I actually had this watch for over a couple, well, let's just say 6-7 months, but I've never did a full review on this watch. So it's actually, you know, I just had the opportunity to really make this video now because I've been very busy, but I have this watch over a couple months now, and this is such a gorgeous timepiece. Just like the Seiko Presage, like I'm wearing right now, it is gorgeous. So let's talk about the specs of this watch. So it uses the same 4R35 caliber, and same as the Presage that I showed you earlier, with 41 hours of power reserve, 21,600 vibrations per hour, with 23 jewels inside of it. It has a sapphire crystal instead of the normal hard like mineral crystal that Seiko uses for the lower end watches. It has a ceramic bezel. It has a case diameter of 43.5 millimeters and a lug-to-lug of 20 millimeters. Then also, it has a case thickness of 13.5 millimeters, so it is a very chunky watch. But let's take this watch closer to the camera, and let's get the light fixed. There we go. And now you can see this gorgeous blue dial. Like, this is the King Manta special edition. Like, I don't know why I haven't reviewed this watch when I got it, because, like, you know, I'm still stunned. Now, the case back is not see-through like the Presage, so you cannot view the movement, but I can show you what the movement actually looks like. So let's get that watch out of the way. I'll put it, there we go. Let's put it right there. And let's view the beautiful in-house Seiko 4R35 caliber. So with the Presage right here that I'm wearing on my wrist, well, not now, but this is the movement. It has a gold-plated rotor, 23 jewels, and 41 hours of power reserve. It has a beat rate of 21,600 vibrations per hour, just the same as this watch. And look at them together. Like, if we're taking a closer look next to each other, you can see why these two, in my humble opinion, are the most beautiful watches I've ever seen under $1,000. Like, I have a lot of watches, but I've never seen watches as beautiful as these two. Like, definitely one of the better purchases the last couple months. Let's just say, let's be honest, right here. So obviously the Seiko Presage comes, like I said, on a metal bracelet, but I put it on a leather strap, and it wasn't that expensive. You can find leather straps for watches like this for like 50 bucks, 100 bucks, something around that. But let's get back to that Presage. Let's get back to that Prospects. Like, this is just gorgeous. When you, it doesn't matter what the light does with the light. Look at the camera, you can probably see it, like the waves of this dial. Like, it's just like you swim in the ocean when the waves come and go. This dial it's not hand painted like the Grand Seiko more expensive sibling, but this dial, I don't know how Seiko does it. The same thing with the Presage. Like, how do you create such marvelous dials? I have no idea. But yeah, definitely more beautiful than my more expensive counterparts like my Longines or my Certina. This is, yeah. So yeah, of course, it has a screw-down crown and it has a water resistance of 200 meters. Now let's screw out the crown. And it has 3 positions, one for winding the caliber manually. It is grindy though, so do not expect Swiss quality when it comes to the crown. It is a little bit grindy, more grindy than the average typical automatic diver. Then the second position is for setting the quick set date, and then the third position that stops the seconds hand, and obviously it is for setting the minute and the hour. Now let's put that back in. There we go. 120 click bidirectional unidirectional bezel, so it can only turn in one way. It's for diving, obviously, and it has 200 meters of water resistance, so a little bit less than, you know, the Swiss standard. The Swiss standard for dive watches is 100 meters, 300 meters, pardon. 300 meters of water resistance. This has 200, but it's plenty enough because most people would not take this watch for a swim. Let's just be honest, like, right? Alright, so yeah, this is I'm incredibly honored to, you know, be able to get these things, because, you know, especially during the COVID crisis and now with the war going on, you know, everything has become more expensive. So like right now, the retail price of the Presage, as I see currently, is 450 bucks, so 450 euros, and the price on the Prospects has actually gone up. So the price that I paid a couple of months ago, like 5-6 months ago, was around around 400 something or 500 something. Now you can only buy these ones at boutiques only, or Seiko official retailers, and the price that they're currently charging for this same model, it has been gone up for $100. So this one now has a value of 650 euros. which is insane. I never thought that a Seiko would go up in value, because you know, usually when you buy these watches, well, okay, they cost a couple $100 and they, you know, lose their half of their value once you get it out of the boutique. So actually this one has gone up in value just because it's a special edition. Now Seiko is also gonna release a Save the Ocean special edition for the year 2023, which I'm very excited to see. If it's something similar like that, I'm gonna be very happy with that release as well. Now I also seen that Seiko is gonna release a collaboration with a famous Japanese artist with the Seiko 5 lineup. I'm also very excited for that, to see that. My local AD will get that watch in a couple of weeks, so very excited to, you know, view the photos. He's gonna send me the photos through email, and yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it, and hopefully one day I'll get that one as well. Hopefully. I'm not gonna say right now, but hopefully. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, you know, they're both stunning watches in their own way. One is a dress watch, one is a rugged sports watch. You know, they're both insanely special, but especially that, you know, that blue dial. Like, it reminds me of the James Cameron Rolex Deep Sea Sea Dweller. Yeah, one of my dream watches, you know, but too big for my wrist. Actually, this one is a stretch. Let's put it on the wrist right now, and let's actually view this on a 5.5-inch wrist. And there we go. This is indeed on the wrist, the Seiko SRPE K33K1 with the ceramic bezel. It also has a Cyclops for the date magnifier, and yeah, the dial. You can see all different types of things on this dial. This is just, yeah, it is stunning. It is just, I have no words for it. Like, yeah. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed this short review on the Seiko King Manta SRPE 33K1. This is literally, I have regretted some watch purchases, let me be honest. Like, for example, the most viewed video on my channel is the review of my Tudor, Royal 41 Steel and Gold. Let me get it out. This watch is insanely special to me, but it is also, yeah, I kinda bought this watch in a hurry. I didn't really think about it that much. And yeah, now I regret purchasing this watch because I could have had a Black Bay for a little bit over. I know it's a bit commercial and controversial to say that I want a Black Bay 58. The Royal is more unique. It's more classy, more classic, and you know, with the steel and gold variation, with the Black Bay 58, you would have to spend like $4,500, and you can have a steel and gold variation of this watch for $3,280. Now, this is a watch that I regret purchasing, that I want, because, you know, I actually bought this in a hurry just because I wanted a luxury timepiece, but I did not purchase this in a hurry. This one was very thought of. And I have been going back and forth through to the Seiko official retailer to actually see the watch and, you know, try it on a couple times. And, you know, never purchase watches in a hurry. Never do that. That's insanely unfortunate. I can always sell this watch. This watch is heavy. Like, I have no idea how heavy this thing is, but wow. Now that I have it in my hand, like, this watch is also heavy, like weighing in at around 200 grams, something like that. It is a rugged sports watch. It's a diver, and obviously dive watches on the bracelet itself are heavy. But yeah, beautiful watch. I love dive watches in general. I have so many dive watches, you have no idea. I have this one, I have my Certina, with the green dial, beautiful. I put it also on a leather strap for the summer. I'm not gonna swim with it with a leather strap, but you know, when you wear it during the summer, you know, it's more comfortable wearing a watch like this on a leather strap. And then I also have the entry-level Swiss luxury diver, the Longines Hydro Conquest 41mm stainless steel diver, 300 meters of water resistance. It has the aluminum bezel, 120 clicks bezel. And this one lines up. That's the unfortunate part. Let's talk about, before I wrap up this video, I know it's gonna become a little bit long, but yeah, Seiko really needs to do something on their quality control. It's the same thing with the Prospects, it's the same thing with the Presage, and it's the same thing, oh, pardon, it's the same thing with the Seiko 5 entry-level luxury. Well, entry-level, I wouldn't call it a luxury, but this really reminds me of a Rolex Oyster Perpetual. Like, it's like the budget Oyster Perpetual. This was my first ever mechanical watch, my first Seiko. I will never sell this, even though I would not get much out of it, because the retail price of this watch is like $150. Like, you know, but if you want to sell this thing, it's only gonna give you, it's only gonna return me like $50. So I'm not gonna. This is just. But for what you get for the money, like Seiko is the brand to go. Mechanical. They are in-house, so that means no outsourcing. I mean, no parts of their movements are outsourced, so they make their movements in-house. So everything is made in the factory from Seiko, so nothing is from a third-party supplier or something like that. And this also has a mechanical movement, but this was my first ever mechanical watch. Like, just because it reminded me of a Rolex Oyster Perpetual. But yeah, for, you know, like 150, but I was 12 at that age. Like, this was a very nice watch. 39 millimeters is actually my wrist size. I have a very small wrist, and this actually looks proportionate on my wrist. Let's just say that all the other watches right on the table, let's turn the camera right there. All the other watches on the table are, well, monstrous compared to this. Like, if you just see it, like, yeah, you know. Alright, let's wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed this short review on the Seiko Prospex King Manta. I wish I had reviewed this watch sooner, but I didn't have the time. Now I have the time. So I will definitely make more videos during my short period because I'm stuck at home. I have some things going on. So unfortunately, I'm stuck home. And I can't go to work, so I will making videos for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Apophis here, and today in this episode... Yo, what's going...